Hello, welcome to Beauty Crowd TV, here on beautycrowd.com, your beautiful marketplace. Over the next 15 minutes, we're going to look at a new massage tool that you can use in a variety of different ways, which is particularly good for couples. In fact, take a look, here it is. Now, this is by Needs Must. It's the Kneader, and your product code for this one is 198901. So that's the code that you need to put into our website. We have a special price. The Beauty Crowd price is £20 plus £2.95 for post and packaging. So usually this retails at about £25. So the Kneader is something new that everybody can use, and I do have the designer here in the studio. So Una Tucker from Needs Must is here. Hello.
Hello.
Now we're talking about couples. This is our couple show. First of all, what is the Kneader?
It's just a very simple massage tool. It's designed to be multifunctional. It doesn't require batteries. It's completely ergonomic, very tactile. And the thing is, you can use the finger holds or not. So if you have smaller hands or are not very strong, you can use the finger holds for more support. But if you have larger hands, you can just use it in the flat of your palm or maybe pinch the top. There's so many different ways of using it. Every part of the tool is functional. The large arch is for, sweeping, stroking movements. The smaller arch is for more intense movements and even smaller areas like the arm.
So very simple massage tool that anybody can use. So for couples, why would it be good for them to use the Kneader?
Well, it's all about connecting or reconnecting. We're very busy all of the time. We tend to sort of be running around doing all of these things. Massage is about taking time out for yourself and just getting into the zone. That's why it's so good for the body and the mind. For couples in particular, touch is very important. And it's something that you can do 5 minutes in front of the television, even someone sitting sort of there, and you could be massaging their shoulders. I know this particularly because this is how my husband does it for me. And you can just, he calls it ironing the skin, and he just watches the television as he's giving me a massage. So you can do it that way, or you can go the full,
pamper night.
Absolutely, with oils and candles. And there's a particularly good candle, we've got it here, the Carly's candles, where it's a nice aromatherapy candle, but then the actual oil is your body oil. And it's
so really you light the candles and then you can pour it on. So you can use it with oils.
It's fantastic with oil. I mean, it's great over clothes, but when you actually put oil with it, it just glides. You don't even you barely need to push it, and it will naturally heat up with friction onto the body. So you have that sort of slight, heat element as well, which is very relaxing. You can do it in the shower with soap and water as well. It's very easy. Obviously, if you don't have a partner or anybody around, you can self-massage as well. But let's be perfectly honest, getting a massage is always so much better than giving one.
So true, and you can get that quality time together. So if you're convinced already, you can get this right now. We've got it for a special price of £20 at Beauty Crowd. So if you go to our website, that's beautycrowd.com, and put in our product code 198901, it's £2.95 for post and packaging. Now, we do have our model couple here in the studio, so let's take the Kneader over and see it in action. So now we're joined by our real-life couple, Matt and Tracy, here in the studio. Una, I can see Tracy has some oil on her back, so what are we using today?
Well, basically, when you use the Kneader straight onto skin, you need some sort of suitable lubricant. You can go from a very simple oil that you can buy in supermarkets, like an almond oil or a grapeseed oil, or you can go for essential oils. A lot of people like essential oils, and I particularly like something like this, which is Carly's cosmetic oil. And what it is, who doesn't like a candle when you have a massage? Of course, it's always in the background. So you burn the candle, you get the nice essential oil smell, and then you can actually use the oil of the candle as your body lubricant, which is really lovely. Or you can do balms, there's sort of wax balms. Anything that sort of goes with a lot of pressure and friction is not going to oil up, and like, say for instance, olive oil isn't very good because it gets very gloopy.
Right.
But a good essential oil or a clean base oil is lovely.
So what's Matt doing here?
He started with a very basic stroking, and now he's doing a very light kneading into the hip area, which is really lovely. It's a big muscle area. You can maybe then go into, he's done it right there, like a crayon movement where he's working. The bigger the circle, the less intense, but it's better for large muscle areas. The smaller the circle, more intense. Then that's a lovely move up the spine. That's what we call pouring the milk, and it works this either side of the spine. And he's doing a nice sort of sweeping movement. You can also then, when you get in between the shoulder area, he's switching to the small paddle, because this is exactly what I designed the small paddle for, are these tiny areas that are hard to get into. And with the paddle, the more upright it is, the more intense the pressure. But you can also, and you can see he's sort of, using it to go around the shoulder blade and in there. But you can take it across the shoulder blade by sort of flattening it out as well. So, and it's a really nice movement where you just, that's fantastic. And it just literally massages, there's a very thin layer of muscle, so you don't want to go too hard on them. And that's a really good way of loosening the tension there. And
now,
then
it does look like Matt's not applying a lot of pressure. How are you finding, Matt? How much pressure are you using?
Barely, to be honest, nothing. About 20% of probably what I normally do with my hands. Yeah, if that, to be honest.
So the Kneader's doing all the work. Is a massage something you regularly treat Tracy to?
She's quite lucky in that respect. Yeah. I do actually I find it quite therapeutic, I've got to be honest. Yeah,
that's good.
Honestly, I don't want her to know this, but I could do this all night.
Perfect. Do you know what? That's exactly what you want. And it just goes back to that couple time, that quality time together. Why is massage good for couples?
Well, on a sort of a physiological, it's obviously very healthy. It sort of, it takes away tension from the muscles, but it also, couples can relax together. And as Matt has said, a lot of times when you're giving a massage, it will relax you just as much because, you're in sort of that zone and you're just, your mind is focused. Likewise, obviously Tracy's very relaxed, and couples can get to know each other's body in a completely different way, and it's just a lovely way of reconnecting with each other, in a very quiet, healthy way.
Should we see it on the arm now?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because you can use the Kneader all over the body. You do get the DVD as well, instructing you, so you've got an idea as to how to use it. So what kind of moves can we do here, Una?
Well, basically, you do have the stroking movements. You're right to mention the DVD, because one of the things when we ask people why they didn't massage regularly, they'd say, we don't know how.
Yeah.
So have you watched the DVD?
Yeah, that's what the DVD taught me actually, was I knew I was pretty good anyway at massage, but there were a few points of where I wasn't quite sure and I was just sort of guessing. But and Tracy soon told me if I was hitting anywhere and towards. But now I think I've got everywhere pretty much laid down.
Covered.
Yeah.
And this is where your expertise come in, isn't it, Una? Because you've been doing this for over 10 years with loads of different clients.
Yeah. People need to know a basic routine so they don't get sort of, doing one position for 20 minutes. It's a very basic routine. It gives you some, a variety of moves within that routine, and you just pick and choose what works for you and what works for your partner. Obviously.
And you know what? Anyone can do it. So, Tracy can use this, and she's got a much more delicate frame and delicate hands, and Matt has got quite big hands.
Yes, he does, and he's doing a very fine movement there. It's a very small circle. It's like a trigger point, and he's just going along the arm. That's a lovely way of releasing tension. He actually is quite a good massage therapist. He's a natural. Yes, he did. I can't disagree with him. And he's doing everything right. And that's what it is. Like anything, it's a little bit of practice. People need to realize that they don't have to grip the tool as hard. They don't have to work as hard. It's the gravity of his hands, gravity working on his arm, the pressure and weight of his arm, it's all holding the tool onto the skin.
We should hear, Tracy, how is it feeling as Matt is massaging you?
It's amazing, it's really relaxing.
That's what you want, isn't it? You want to be able to relax your partner and sort of get any tension out of them, which is why it's good little and often, you said.
Yes, always, little and often. This can be a 30-minute thing, or it can be just 5 minutes on the shoulder. It's just connecting with your partner, working some sore spots, and if you want to go the full thing with oils and candles and everything, what better way to spend some time together?
It looks lovely, and if you're convinced and you know that you could definitely find time in your day-to-day this is the time to get it. We've got a special Beauty Crowd offer. It's £20 at the moment with us, £2.95 post and packaging. So all you have to do is go to our website, that's beautycrowd.com, and in the search option, type in the product code, so that's 198901. That will bring up our Kneader page and you'll be able to pop it in your basket, and then we'll try and get that out to you within a few working days. So we've seen it used on the arms and the back. Well, now let's take a look at it on the legs. So Una, tell me what Matt's doing now.
He's just doing a basic stroking that's warming up the area. And the good thing about the Kneader is it actually does warm up as you massage, because the body heat and friction will naturally do it, so that's quite nice. That's just to sort of warm up the area. Then he can sort of move into the calf area, and he's doing that little seesaw motion that's working against the muscle, because the muscle runs this way and it's working transversely. And now he's doing a little bit of a trigger point, because gastrocnemius, that's your calf muscle, is a really big muscle and it takes a lot of pressure. People are constantly sort of doing this with their feet, even when they sleep. They do it quite a lot and they wake up wondering why their calves are tense. So he's doing some trigger points. You can also do some nice big crayons if you like, or some waving. And this is a very good area to do percussions as well. Just a little bit of percussions backwards.
This would be lovely by the side of the bed. You know, people wake up with cramp in the night. This would be ideal, wouldn't it? Because you can do it on yourself.
Oh, it's the calf is one of the easiest places to self-massage, because all you have to do is sort of sit forward with your knee bent and you can massage your calf, and it's brilliant. It really is very good. And then he's now sort of up in the sort of thigh area. Again, he's warmed up the area with stroking, so he's doing a kneading, and now he's doing some nice big kneading circles. With the Kneader, the bigger the circle, which is what you do in a bigger area, the less intense it is. If you're going in a small area and small circle, it's much more intense. And again, he's just doing some stroking. You could do some percussions, you could do some waving.
It looks effortless. I mean, it's really simple, Matt, isn't it, what you're doing?
Honestly, I'm exerting about 10%, honestly. That's no more than that, honestly.
No strain, no pressure. How's it feeling, Tracy?
Not at all.
Oh, it's brilliant. I get restless leg syndrome as well, so it's really helped that.
Yeah, definitely.
So Tracy gets restless legs, you know, it's really helping with something like that.
Well, I mean, there are studies that say that restless leg has something to do with tension. There's a lot of other things, other factors, but it certainly can't help to make, to massage, and restless leg is very uncomfortable. My husband suffers from it as well, so it doesn't hurt massaging your leg, and they haven't done enough study, I think, on it, so I really can't say in
so much detail.
Yeah. So
talk to me about why massaging the leg area is so important.
Well, our legs hold us up, and we, especially because we have such a sedentary lifestyle now, that the legs don't get worked as much, and that can lead to just as much tension as if you exercised a lot as well, especially with the calf. You definitely, massage not only takes out the tension, but it also elongates. It helps sort of, blood to flow through the muscles. It keeps them healthy. It's not about super active lifestyles, it's any lifestyle that massage can help.
Because so many people, you stand on their feet, hairdressers, nurses, and that's a lot of strain. So something like this would be absolutely ideal. Now, if you're wanting to buy one of these, it's really easy. We've got a special Beauty Crowd price. This is £20 with us at the moment, but you can get it, a couple of them, as a gift. So do think about Christmas maybe coming up, or a special anniversary. This will be absolutely ideal, particularly for couples. Go to our website, beautycrowd.com, and then search for the product code. So that's 198901. It will bring up our Kneader page, and you'll be able to pop one or two in your basket, and then just £20 plus £2.95, and we'll aim to get that out to you within a few working days. So we've seen it used on the arms and the back, and now the legs, but let's take a look at it being used, Tracy using it on Matt now. So a girl massaging the guy. So now we're going to see the Kneader in a different way, because Tracy's going to demonstrate on Matt how a woman can massage a man. So Una, what's Tracy doing here?
Well, she's giving Matt a very basic shoulder and upper arm massage, which For most men, they'll have a lot of shoulder tension in their upper arms, and Matt's quite built up, so you know he's going to need a lot of rubbing there. And it's a perfect position because he's sat down. You can do it in front of the television. 5-10 minutes, it breaks down the tension, and they're both very comfortable, and it's easy to do. And just as long as she's slightly above in which she is, so the gravity and you know is working for her.
So it kind of proves that you don't need to set aside an hour, do the whole thing with oils. It's something that you can build into every day.
Yeah, and especially if you do it this way, what is 5 or 10 minutes in front of the telly? You know, it's easy to do for both of you as well. My husband massages me in front of the telly. He coined the I'm ironing the skin, and he actually watches television as he's doing it, like you do your ironing.
So it's no effort.
Not at all.
No effort. You still watch your favourite programmes. And let's talk about the techniques that Tracy's using.
Okay.
So what's this?
Well, basically that's a nice little kneading movement. And if she wanted more pressure, she could put both her hands on top of it and get a lot. Now Tracy has told me that she's right-handed and she's using it with her left hand, which goes to show that it sort of evens everything out. The tool takes the pressure. You know, all you have to do is guide it and put some weight on it, which is exactly what she's doing. He's very built up, so he's going to have a lot of upper shoulder tension. She's now doing some crayons, which is very good. You know, little kneading circles that help break down the tension and she's working up from the outer shoulder up to the neck, which is really good for just loosening. It's a nice long muscle.
How's that feeling, Matt?
Stupendous. No, it's good. I do quite a bit of boxing training, and I'm sat down quite a lot of the day in the day on the computer, and so something that sort of gets to the connective tissue and the deeper layers mainly is the big thing for me, because generally she doesn't do that. So
we'll have to send you home with one. Tracy, how are you finding it? Because you've got such delicate hands.
Yeah, it takes all the work out of it, to be honest. And like I say, it is my left hand, and I've literally got no strength in this hand. It takes all the work out of it.
And she's doing the upper arm, which is really nice, because that's quite hard to do, especially if you don't have, you know, and she's
a squeezing motion.
Yeah, and any sort of wringing motion will wear out your hands very quickly. So right now she's just doing his upper arms. It looks very easy to do. She was just getting in there as well to the joint a second ago, and it's just really easy to do. And she's back up to the shoulder again, which is great. And she, you know, you could do this for 10 or 15 minutes. You wouldn't be tired. And that would be a really good way of just breaking down his tension.
I mean, you can see how effortless it is. So this is great for anniversaries, maybe Valentine's, Christmas, for couples to gift each other.
Yep, absolutely. She's doing pouring the milk there, which is, you know, either side of the spine. And it's it's a lovely move. It's one of my favorite moves, actually. She could even get in between his shoulders and do maybe a paddle move. There's a wide variety of moves, but he's loving it. You can see he's gone really quiet there. And like I said, 10 or 15 minutes, that's all it would take.
Quality couple time, it's such a good idea. So once you get it, you don't ever need batteries, it's never going to run out. This is the ideal gift to give each other, so you get that quality time and you can have those day-to-day regular massages. Now we've got this at a special price here at Beauty Crowd, so it's £20 with us plus £2.95 post and packaging. You can order it right now by going to our website, so that's beautycrowd.com. Go to the search option and then put in our code, which is 198901. You'll be able to pop it in your basket, and then we'll try and get that out to you within a few working days. Well, I hope you have enjoyed our couples massage Kneader show. We do have more shows just like this coming up here at Beauty Crowd.